My name is Nikita Nkese. I'm the founder and creative director of Sweetest Kiddies Empire. I'm a child rights activist. I'm a teens counselor. I'm an author of a children's book that has been adopted in more than 30 schools in Nigeria. I'm an associate fellow of the Royal Commonwealth Society. But most importantly, I'm someone that has worked with children for the past 13 years now and still counting. I understand how they think, I understand how they feel, I understand how they react to things, majorly everything about a child and young people's psychology. I understand it perfectly well, and it's always a great privilege and opportunity to work with the young children.
Young children, that is very important. First, we are going to understand you because now you are an adult, no? Let's understand you when you were still a child now. So I want to understand where the passion is coming from. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Okay, about my background and connecting it to what I do, Sweetest Kiddies Empire. I grew up in a family where my parents, especially my dad, will ensure that we read and summarize to him books. He made us listen to country music a lot, and then most importantly, he was always this father that would tell us, whatever you do, make sure the next person around you, you make life easier for the person, not difficult, but easier. So I grew up with this love for humanity. Now, how Sweetest Kiddies Empire was birthed was when it was there was a time I was to be enrolled to the university, but my parents had challenge providing the fees. So that period I stayed at home, between high school and the university, entering into the university. I found out that I had great passion to call the kids around me, to teach them, to help them understand what they had challenges learning in school. I could teach the little older ones how to sew, how to knit, and then that was just how it started. When I got into the university, I knew I wanted to do more. I knew I wanted to do so much for the children. I knew I could do more for especially those in my neighborhood that could not go to school, just like I had challenge at that point in time. So what I did was, what influenced me was Agbani Jarigo then, the beauty, the Miss World. So I told myself, I can do this. So when I got into the university, I learned there was something called Miss University of Calabar. So I picked up a form. When I picked that form, it was not to show that I'm more beautiful than others, no, but I picked the form because the cash money and the office, the power, the finances that comes with that office was of interest to me. I told myself, if I could get this money, I could do more for children around me. So I got into that pageant. That was in 2009. And by the grace of God, I emerged the winner. So when I emerged the winner, everything that came with the office, I used it to impact life. And those programs are still speaking till date. I remember I could go to orphanages around Calabar, Cross River State. I could visit the neighboring streets around mine. I would distribute school materials. I did so much that most times I'm like, thank God I could use my experience, the in quote bad thing, the unfortunate thing that happened to me, as a stepping stone to make life better for the Nigerian child.
That's lovely. All right, so you becoming the most beautiful woman in the campus now. How do you feel about that? Tell me about a bit your experience at the time.
Okay, when I emerged Miss University of Calabar, Cross River State, Nigeria in 2009, it was one of the amazing nights of my life. It was amazing. And I was just in year one. I was just entering university at that time. So I told myself, you mean I could win those in year two, in year three, year four, year finals? Wow, baby girl, you are good. I was so grateful to God that he made that happen. So the experience exposed me to lots and lots of opportunities. I could easily meet with the vice chancellor. I could meet with local government chairmen around my state. I could meet with stakeholders and tell them, this is the proposal I want to do. This is what I think the Nigerian child will benefit from. Please support me financially. And every time the support was given, I would do something. I will document it. I'll get to show them. So with time, I was trusted with more. When the opportunity for Miss Niger Delta came, that's the queen of the 9 producing states in Nigeria, I picked up the form. I told myself, okay, this is a greater opportunity to do much more, because all of my interest was in doing more. I just wanted to do more. I saw the sufferings of children around me, the child abuse, the neglect. I knew I could do more. And we all know that doing more means more money. So I picked the form for Miss Niger Delta, and I prepared for it. I trust God that He that gave me the win for Miss Unico will also give me this particular win. And guess what? In 2012, when I went for the competition, it happened in Bayelsa State. That night was, I asked myself, truthfully, I asked myself, what are you doing here? Have you seen all these beautiful ladies? Have you seen them so rich and everything? What are you doing here? And then I tell myself, Nikita, you better go out there, win this, because so many children's destiny are tied to you winning this crown this night. And I told God, Father, make it happen. And to the glory of God, I was Miss University. I was Miss Niger Delta 2012. So automatically that meant more money, more opportunity, more stakeholders to see. The 9 all producing states in Nigeria, I could write proposal, sit down, put something together, meet any of those 9 governors or their ministries that take care of children welfare. I'll meet with them and tell them, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I've done before for children. And if you trust me with more, I would definitely deliver. So that gave me so much, and a better platform to impact the life of the Nigerian child.
That's very important, the life of the Nigerian child. Anyway, before we get there just now, because not every woman or young woman is able to become Miss Niger Delta. So, what was your preparation towards that? Can you share anything in line with that?
Okay. For anything, I keep telling young ladies that nobody would give you anything you need in life on a platter of gold. No, you need to work for it. You need to prepare for it. And one of the most important preparation that has worked for me and so many others have read about is reading books. It's very important that you read as a young lady. Read autobiography of amazing women doing great things. Read about Oprah Winfrey, read about Ellen DeGeneres, read about um, Ngozi Gwenjiwela, read about so many of them, pick them from all over the country of the world. We have women doing amazing things. Read about them with your phone, Google about them, get to hear their heartbeat on how things how they got to where they are. That's what I did majorly. I read about so many problems in the society and how one or two persons was able to provide solution to it. Then another thing was my genuine love for humanity. Just love to see people better. When once you love to see people better, nature has a way of making sure doors open for you to actualize that which is in your heart. So read books and then travel. You might not have to travel to the next country. Even in your state, you can just leave your local government, move to the next local government, or go to the next state. Traveling helps you to be more tolerant to people's way of life, be tolerant to people's religion. These are the things that have helped me. I don't have a mindset where I say things must be done this way. if it's not the way I know it is, then every other person is wrong. No, life is not like that. So as a young lady, read about things, have genuine love for humanity, travel if you can. Travel to the closest places you can. If you can go far, fine, and then learn. It all boils down to learn, relearn, and unlearn, and then, of course, learn again.
That's true. That's true. That is, it's almost like the magic word of the time that we are living in today. That we need to learn how to learn and how to unlearn and then relearn is very,
Yes,
very important.
yes, it is.
In A Classes Academy, we try to stress much on this too, because we have different students coming in to start up their businesses. We have training related to mindset and all of this because you need it to be able to survive in
Very
today,
important.
particularly if you need to acquire the soft skill that you require.
Very important.
So, yeah, thank you for mentioning that.
You're welcome.